They don't work.
Is it from working out?
They don't
No,
work.
it's that bone on the side of your ankle.
Oh,
I just like crushed it.
Is that what I heard? Like I heard like a knock.
I heard a pop.
That's
I was
really fun.
That was extraordinarily painful.
Snapping is good, right?
That's what you want.
I need to go to
So,
the
I
hospital.
think I just broke a piece of the bone off.
This red liquid's good, right?
I'm gonna fucking make
Put it on my face.
It's the first podcast we'll do at the ER.
We'll follow you in the ambulance.
I can see just real quick though. Sorry, I had to say it. Popped in my head. Like we're following him in the ER, and we're like, "So Nate, what'd you play this week?" Just in the
Surgeon
background.
Simulator, or whatever. That is.
It's just him screaming. Apparently, you didn't like it that much.
Bad snowboard trick simulator.
My
ankles are
broken. I thought he was skiing. Was he
I've
still?
got
It was
broken
skiing.
ankles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
What is up, everybody? How
back.
are all you people doing?
Fantastic.
Drew, put your Switch away.
Fantastic.
I mean, what?
No, never.
So yeah, this week is the first podcast since the Switches came out. So we'll be talking about that a little bit, and the only game that really matters about the Switch.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit. So
There
It
was
is
like
The
nine release
one
titles.
of two games.
yeah, one of two games that are optional.
We're of course talking about 1-2 Switch.
Yeah. Is that even out?
Yes.
That is okay. I thought there was one.
Once
game
you
that
switch,
hasn't come out.
yeah. It's
What's the Arms? That's not out yet.
Yeah, Arms
Okay,
is not
that's
out.
right. Yeah. So
Is that the boxing game?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, like the spring arm boxing
Yep.
dealy. Yeah.
So it's been a few weeks since our last podcast, and so we have a kind of a backlog of what we've been playing.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with Worth and make Drew go last for what he's been playing. So
Oh,
a
God.
bit obvious. So
Yeah, because we we'll let you blow your load at the end. I've been playing Real Estate Exam Simulator 2017 because I've been pretty much spending all my time studying for my shit recently.
that is unfortunate.
It sucks. I just want to be done.
When did that come out?
It's always been out. I'm just catching up to it now.
It's free to play with a lot of
It's-
expansions.
No, it's not free to play. It's definitely not free to play at all.
It's
You got to buy the DLC pack.
I bought every piece of DLC.
It's like $150 every time you want to play.
Right.
I've spent $3,000 on DLC.
Good God.
So basically, what Nate or Disco spent on Mass Effect 3 DLC.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or microtransactions.
But I did, I guess, since the last
That's
pod-
probably pretty close.
Yeah. The good news is you can get a pre-order bundle for Andromeda that includes 20 equipment packs for multiplayer right away.
Ooh.
So you got a good start. You're set. But since the last podcast, I did play some games when I wasn't being a hermit, and I've been trying to finish Mass Effect 3 to my 7th playthrough of the game, of the entire series, to kind of get myself hyped up for Andromeda. I don't know if I'm able to finish it in time though for the release, but we'll see. And then I played the Ghost Recon Wildlands beta when it came out, and I didn't get a chance as much of a chance to play it as I like. But the game does have a lot of things that I like about it. There are a couple bugs that kind of concern me, but I've been driving, yeah, butter wheels. Sorry, Pat. I'm really sorry.
You're not wrong. They did fix it, kind of.
Yeah, but like some of the flying mechanics are a little weird, and like the cover system is kind of not really that great, I don't think. But it was fun, and from the reviews I've been watching of the game so far, it is getting pretty solid reviews, about like 8 out of 10, 7. It ranges anywhere from like 7.5 to 8.5 out of 10. So
That's about where it's sitting on Metacritic.
Yeah.
Currently.
there's only like 10 reviews on there though, like verified ones. But yeah, that's just basically those couple games, and I think I did play some Rocket League for a little bit too. Kind of trying to get my mojo back with that. But Logan's not listening to me anymore because he hates that game.
What?
Exactly.
We literally played
No.
Rocket League earlier.
I heard you said something about Rocket League.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, just move on.
Okay.
That's all I've been playing.
I really don't
for
care,
the past like 2-3 weeks or whatever. Disco.
Me?
Yeah, you. Welcome back, by the way.
Who are you?
Thank you.
It's been a while.
It's been
I'm
really
back on
long
day
time.
shift.
All right.
Who let you in?
I actually climbed up the balcony, but moot point.
Outside the window with my radio.
I haven't talked in a while, so I've been playing a lot of different games because I built a computer, and I don't think I've been on the podcast since I actually had the computer built.
I don't think so either. It's been a while.
But just for a reference, my computer has a 1070 video card, as well as the I don't even remember.
Sounds like an awesome
processor.
build you got right there.
What's my processor?
An Intel i7.
i7. There you go. The 6800K.
Numbers and letters are hard.
How do I know that your PC better than you do?
I just blanked it. And it's got the NX99 motherboard. But anyways, it runs most of the games at the highest without any problems.
How much RAM?
32 gigs.
You got the core. You got the core
Jesus.
engines, right?
Yes.
There's still one guy on the internet
Sean,
going,
pretty hard.
scrub,
Yeah.
like everything.
It's not even water cooled.
Yeah.
Although the cooler I did get for it is gigantic.
Nice.
It literally looks like a giant fucking cube in the case. But anyway.
With the Tesseract in your...
Yeah, essentially.
That would be awesome.
So I got all my Steam games downloaded. I think I have over 100 Steam games.
Damn.
Drew laughs
Jesus.
in your general direction.
But that's from barely ever buying Steam games. I've just gotten enough bundles that I have a shitload of games.
And we've given you games.
Yeah,
He's like,
I've
that's
gotten-
cute.
I've gotten gifted a few games too. But so I played the first episode of the Strong Bad Telltale game.
There's a strong bad one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Surprisingly not great.
It's,
No.
it's not that fun.
That's what I've heard. Reviews are.
It's really boring. The jokes are funny, but as far as the gameplay goes, it's so boring.
Well, it's a Telltale game. What do you expect?
Is it a?
Oh,
is
whoa.
Some of the Telltale games are really good.
Well, I'm saying I love the Telltale games, but
Is
I'll
it-
be the first to say that the gameplay is like meh. I don't know.
Are they actual video games though?
Yeah, yes. The games is literally in the title, Sean. Literally in the title.
The a couple other games I got to play. I played a bunch of random arcade games that I have installed on there, like Pac-Man and Galaga and a few others. I played a little bit of Total War Warhammer, which just came out last year, I think.
Yeah.
You ever get that Age of Empires 2 HD edition?
Well,
Come my way, son.
but yeah, Total War Warhammer was pretty cool. It's a turn-based strategy game. I was playing as a vampire lord, so that was kind of
sweet.
fucking cool.
Turn-based strategy like Fire Emblem or like...
not like a turn-based RPG, like a turn-based, just kind of like StarCraft, but turn-based.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Speaking of StarCraft, I finally got to load up StarCraft 2 and started up the Heart of the Swarm campaign.
Nice.
So, yeah, definitely had an erection that whole time.
Is it because you're looking at Kerrigan or just for the game itself?
Both. The opening cinematics for that game
Oh
are
my God.
unfucking believable.
Blizzard,
is it
Blizzard though.
Is it the first? Is it the first cinematic opening of Heart of the Swarm?
The Protoss. Yeah, the Zealots on their homeworld trying to retake it. That's the opening cinematic for the game.
To which one?
I don't know. It seemed like it was the whole game because I just booted up the game.
Because I think the Heart of the Swarm intro, it's where
Yeah.
they're invading that Terran.
Yes, the Heart of the Swarm one is different,
Oh.
but yeah, that one
When
is
that
fucking
Ultralisk is
sweet.
chasing after that siege tank. Beep,
No,
beep,
that-
beep,
that-
beep.
That Protoss one is
The
amazing.
Protoss one was fucking sweet.
The detail to some of that stuff is
The
awesome.
Zealots are just destroying all these not Ultralisks, but Hydralisks and Roaches and all that. Which is Roach is a new character that
Little
I don't know
banglings,
anything about.
little banglings when they blow up and like his shield like shatters in front of him.
Protoss for life.
No,
Yeah, dude.
Zerg all the way. But
What else?
I also got to play a shitload of WoW recently.
Woo!
A literal shitload.
A literal shitload. I've probably pumped another 40 hours into it.
How
already.
full is your shit bucket?
It's pretty full.
Of Hot Pockets.
On the Alliance side?
No.
God damn it, Pat. You just.
You.
For the
Oh,
Lord.
God.
Damn right.
I leveled my mage from 90 to 100, so I did the whole Draenor, or I'm working on the Draenor campaign with my mage,
You
which has been
fucking
really fun.
honest peasant.
I forgot how much I loved the garrisons for that game.
Yeah, garrisons are awesome.
Aside from that, I can't think of anything else that I've played recently.
Played Rocket League over here. Yeah, I don't know if you said that or not.
But
So.
I've already talked about that a million times. I was trying to stick to new games.
But you had some sweet saves though.
Yeah,
Some
I did.
crazy saves. Some good shit. That all done for you?
I think so.
Yeah.
If I think of anything else, I'll bring it up.
All right. Well, it's been a few weeks, and so I played a shit ton. Just to kind of list them off quick here.
Do it.
Actually, I went back and played some Castle Crashers, which
Nice.
is always a good time.
Fucking sweet.
The remastered Castle Crashers.
Why was I not
legit.
playing with you?
I don't know, man. You're too busy
you're-
playing WoW or some shit
You're on
like
that
that.
PC
so.
dick.
You
right
could
now.
have texted me, and I would have shut off WoW to play Castle Crashers.
Well, we're going to then sometime soon. I will let you know because I dig that game.
You gonna fight for
Monday.
the princess's kiss?
I'm pretty garbage at it, but I like it. So.
We're playing Monday.
Anytime he tries to like play PC games, you call him up and you're like, Castle Crashers.
I'm gonna have somebody like spy on him and be like, oh, he's on his PC. Tell me, I'm gonna kick him off every time.
You could just text him saying it's time.
Yeah, right. So I tried Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat X. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it's Mortal
Both,
Kombat
it's-
X
okay,
technically, but yeah,
whatever.
it is 10. Yeah.
I'm garbage at fighting games, but it was fun. It was a good time. It's a fun game.
It's interesting. They changed up a little bit with that one.
Yeah, they have the different stances for each character, so there's multiple play styles.
I think they did that in 9 though too.
No.
They didn't?
Nope.
I could have
Just
swore
in
they
10.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So I'm trying and failing to go back and play some more single player games. I just always get on back on multiplayer. But I started going back on Dishonored 2 again, trying to get through that.
Ooh.
I played a shit ton of Elder Scrolls Online to the point where I'm taking a break now because I did so much in that game. It's
Loot and
oh god, no,
stab.
it's so fun.
Loot and stab.
I can pretty much I murder people and steal their money all the time. I actually completed the main like continent storyline in terms of your exploration, and then there's like an extra area you go to towards the end of that storyline. So
For Molag Bal, you already killed him. And
no, I'm going through that now.
Oh,
I
you're
finished
going
like the
through it.
exploring the
Wow.
continent area, and I got to the last part with like your alliance war,
Mhm.
and now there's like a whole kind of like ending thing I'm doing.
Nice.
So we're gonna take a break from that though.
Yeah.
I got back on Recore, gonna kind of go through that again too. That
Yeah.
game is so fun. It's cool.
It's super fun.
It's a good time.
I always wanted to play that.
You should. It's really heavily like platformer influenced. Kind of. It feels like a game like this is a compliment. It feels like a game from like the early 2000s kind of in terms of like the platforming and kind of the puzzles and stuff. And I don't know. It gives me like an old school vibe. So.
It definitely has its issues, but
Oh yeah, it's not a perfect game, but it's fun. I'm having a blast just running around and playing. And stuff.
I always thought, like, when I first saw the trailer for that game, it looked like Jack and Daxter, or like, and Jak 2. You ever play those games?
Not really.
Not really.
Kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a serious vibe because Jak 2 is one of my favorite PS2 games.
I
And
would-
That's why I don't know. I just thought it looked like that.
I would say that the platforming element's there, but it has a little bit more of a difficulty than just straight jump here there. Like,
Oh, yeah.
because you have the boot mechanics and everything.
Mhm.
So it almost reminds me a little more like Prince of Persia is Drew. Like when it comes to
Really?
the difficulty of getting from area to area, like you got to find a button or a switch, or maybe you got to get the highest jump possible, dash forward, and then wait a little bit, and then dash forward again. Because if you do it too soon, you'll go over the platform, whatever. So
Dude, I'm in. I heard that game's that started out at $40. Has it gotten cheaper since then?
Probably, I would guess.
Probably
I haven't
at
checked.
least
I got it
$10.
at launch,
That's
so.
I mean that's a game I'd probably play.
Well, and if you like burn through it, you can beat it pretty quick. But it's a 10, 12-hour game if you take your time and go back in, because there's certain like dungeons you can do. But if you don't have the right core body, you're not high enough level, you can't do them. So you can do part of it, then you go level up and you come back. Which, and again, I think it's kind of an old school way to play some of those games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of replay value in there too. So I think, especially kind of the old school fans
you
here
get a
will dig
robot
it.
dog.
Yeah, you get a bunch of different core bots. They're cool. So I went back and played a little bit of Doom, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, but then I also played like every Halo game I had because Halo Wars 2 came out. And I fucking love it. I'm so bad at RTS, but I'm digging it. And so-
probably gonna pick that up this week.
you absolutely should because I could use some help.
I got my bonus
Yeah.
check. So
Yes.
I don't know. I might give it a try. I don't know if I'll buy it yet. I might just like see if I can rent it somewhere. But I think it looks pretty cool.
Because I'm playing on like normal difficulty, and I'm not a good RTS player. I'm crushing it, but it's still fun. It's still challenging enough that I don't feel overwhelmed, but I'm still getting things accomplished. So it's still kind of a fight.
Yeah.
wait till you bump it up to the hardest.
I know. No, Halo Wars 1, Disco actually helped me beat it because I got to a flood level and I could not beat it, and so I actually needed backup. So.
Yeah, that AI will fuck with you if you go on the highest difficulty.
And we don't have to get into it. I know Disco will, but I like Blitz mode. It's a new multiplayer mode. I know he is not a fan. There is true multiplayer, but if for somebody who sucks at RTS games, Blitz mode is a blast. So I'm liking the multiplayer.
Watered down RTS.
Well, that's fair.
My blue eyes.
Yeah.
My
No,
blue eyes.
it's a very short, fast-paced version of an RTS game, so it serves its purpose. But then I played
let him
Halo.
have his thing. Okay.
Yeah, shut
Just
up.
let him have
Let
his
me
thing.
have fun. All right.
Fine.
I like it.
I'm never playing it.
That's fine. You don't have to. I
Stop
do want
killing
to.
his
I want to try
dreams.
regular multiplayer with you though. I want to see how that works. Then I played Halo 5 and Master Chief Collection because I am like on a huge Halo obsession, Halo kick right now. So, and then Rocket League, Pokemon Go, and some other mobile dragon game. I guess.
Oh, yeah,
You played
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Red as well.
Yep.
Oh shit! I got a 3DS. I totally
Yeah.
forgot to mention that.
I was waiting for you to bring it
Yeah,
up.
I
and I'm
totally
like,
fucking forgot. Yeah, I got Pokemon Red. That's the only game I bought because I want to finish it. I want to get distracted by the games. So
Yeah.
Are you gonna play every gen from?
yes,
Good.
that's what I'm gonna do. I said when
I should
Sun and Moon
dedicate
came out.
myself to that.
Seriously, you have yellow, right?
I have. Well, fuck. I have yellow, but
Yeah.
and then I have gold and silver in cartridge form, but I can't play. I can't save.
you just
either
do
of them.
Soul Silver.
And then I have heart gold. And
Or that,
then
yeah.
I
Or Heart
have
Gold, yeah.
sapphire in cartridge form, and I have alpha sapphire,
Yeah.
and I have
I have Platinum.
pearl.
Yeah, I have the combo one instead of Diamond and Pearl. It's Platinum
Oh yeah, maybe I have.
is the one I have.
I don't know which one I have. And I mean, I have every gen.
It's the Pokemon Yellow of that.
I could
gen.
go on forever.
Yeah.
I have all of them, and I have Pokemon Ranger games, and I have
so-
a lot of Pokemon games.
I don't know anybody that actually played those games. The Pokemon Ranger games.
They were more kid
It
oriented,
was-
I believe.
It was fun,
Yeah, were they?
but buy one of them. Don't buy multiple of them because they're all the fucking same.
Just new Pokemon in it. Yeah.
It's like the same fucking story.
That sucks.
Yeah, I
Money grab.
didn't. It
But-
was a money grab.
But
for
isn't every Pokemon game kind of the same story?
Not story.
I wouldn't say
I
so.
mean-
They're all pretty different.
sure. Yeah, you collect Pokemon and you fight the Elite Four in almost all of them.
But then there's always like Team Rocket type of organization.
Yeah,
that
but all the
starts
teams
stuff.
have always
They
done
change
something
a lot,
different.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's like
like,
saying every Mass Effect game is exactly the same. You fight
Like
Cerberus,
look
or you
at
fight
Gen
the
3
Geth, so-
with Sapphire and Ruby.
with Team Aqua and
Yeah,
Team
that
Magma.
one was
yeah.
way different.
Yeah.
They were actually fighting each other.
Even in Gold and Silver, yeah, it was Team Rocket, but they're gone
Was it-
now.
It wasn't Rocket, was it?
No, it's Team Rocket.
Yeah,
Was it Rocket?
Yeah, they're trying to find Giovanni, and they like kidnap the radio tower.
Oh yeah, and Goldenrod.
And you have to go. Yeah, I mean, you have to go in and protect and save him. And Giovanni never shows up. But in Soul Silver,
White and
there's a special scene that
White
you get
and
to see.
Black
It's
was
pretty
also
sweet.
very different for the team thing. So
So yeah, I'm playing through Pokemon Red. I'm gonna play through all of them.
What'd you pick?
One game.
What'd you start
Bulbasaur or fucking Bulbasaur. Sorry, Squirtle. Obviously.
Yes.
Fucking
Did you hear that?
you goddamn yeah. Blastoise Army.
That's what army.
So-
Bulbasaur is the most useful.
No, he's the worst.
He is technically the best
No.
one, best choice.
No.
Yes,
But
I
because
picked
what other
Squirtle.
grass Pokemon are you going to pick?
Oddish.
None of them.
Oddish.
Oddish?
Man. Absorb, Solar Beam, all that shit.
I don't know.
What about like?
Also, who fucking cares? Because Squirtle is better
You
than
can get
Bulbasaur.
Gyarados and you can get Arcanine.
No.
Like, what the fuck do you need either of those two for?
All right, well, Drew's is like.
Scyther.
Nobody's picking.
There you
That's
go,
a
yeah.
bug Pokemon.
Scyther.
He's a grass though,
No.
kind of.
Anyways,
No,
we'll
he's
have a
bug-
Pokemon
bug.
podcast
He's
later.
bug
So
flying.
I'm
We
taking.
should have a Pokemon podcast.
We should let me play through more of these, and we'll do a podcast every time I beat one of the generations.
I'm totally
How
down
about
for that.
Yes.
And go
All right,
over
yeah.
like our memories on that
Fuck yeah.
generation.
We're doing
that'd,
it.
that'd be fun.
That would
All
be
right.
fun.
I talked way too long though, Pat.
All right.
What you got?
I haven't been playing a lot, believe it or not, because I've been trying to catch up on the podcast with some videos that I've been editing, which unfortunately, one's done and ready to go. We just got to upload it, and the other one is almost done as well.
I'm excited to see them.
Yeah, hopefully you guys will like them. My commentary is not the most riveting, but at least I'm talking about the game and everything.
I
while
watched
playing,
the first
so.
one you did, and it was a good start. It was a solid start for especially one person doing.
Yeah,
a
that's the
video
toughest
themselves,
part is being all by myself and doing it, but it's fun. But anyway, what I've been playing, I recently tried Paragon out on the PlayStation 4.
The
The MOBA,
yeah,
the free-to-play MOBA. That game is fucking good looking, and it's one of the easier MOBAs I've ever played because it's not top down and it's not so, click advantage. You know why? I mean, you just hold down attack and you kind of like back in and out. That way you don't get hit by the enemy's attack, but maybe you get one in. Save your ultimates when they get cocky, or you go in and depending on what type of character you're playing and everything. And there's like, even though it's free to play, there's like 30 plus characters on it, and they're all unique and have freaking sweet modes and everything like that. Brendan's been playing it with me.
Really?
online. Yeah, Brendan, one of my buddies at work got me into it, and then one night I was on and Brendan was on and he was chatting with me and I'm like, dude, you should download Paragon. And yeah, and then the next day he's like, dude, that was fun as fuck. And I'm like, yeah, it's fun when we get a team like together, like party chat wise, you know, so you can communicate.
That's huge on some of those games.
I've tried playing on single player and it's like 50-50 whether I win or not. Sometimes it's my fault because I'm still new, and sometimes it's just one person's not paying attention. But if you can get 3-man teams going, it's super fun. What's up?
Speaking of MOBAs, one of the other games I played while I was gone was Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
So
Very
I
nice.
just thought I'd toss it in there since you were
Very
talking
nice.
about a MOBA.
Who'd you play with?
I played with Drew and Ben.
No. What character did you play with?
Oh, my main
I don't
Shit
care.
on your
I don't care
teammates.
about Drew. Just kidding. I love you.
my main character would be ETC.
Well, that's Elite Chief Torn
Yeah.
or Elite Torn Chief, whatever. Shut up. I had it the other way around.
Chief Torn.
ECT. Yeah.
ETC.
I know. But yeah, besides Paragon, finally, or no, I already said I beat Final Fantasy 15 the other week. Yeah, I finally was sick and tired of waiting and decided to play that and beat it, which was good. Story wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but had a good ending to the actual story itself. But the way it flowed, I can see still why people are waiting for that update maybe, and they don't want to do it because there's something kind of big that happens that kind of throws you off. But besides that, I wanted to play Ocarina of Time and finish it, but my 2DS died on me.
Oh yeah, that was a sad night.
It
when you
won't
told me
charge
that.
anymore, and so I lost my entire Ocarina of Time game. And I wasn't super far, but I just got the Great Big Goron sword. Like I had bought all the magic seeds and had quite a few gold Skolotas.
You know there's an SD card in your DS, right? And you can just
Not in
get
my
a new one.
2DS, I don't think. Well, can I grab it from the 2DS?
I don't see why not. I think there's
They do have it in
SD
the
card
3DS,
in there.
so if they...
So buy a new
Yeah.
DS and throw it in there, and you got all your shit.
Hopefully, if I can do it like that, then that'd be awesome. I don't know how I'd get.
And then we can have a funeral.
Bring it out
Yeah.
later. We'll look at it.
Viking funeral.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, yeah, we can light it on fire and put it down
Wait,
the river.
hold on. We never had a funeral for my old capture card.
Or send it to Nintendo and see if they'll fix it.
Yeah, right.
Nah.
You should be like, my Switch broke. Can I have a new one?
Right.
I would love that. It just comes as a 2DS, and they're like,
Oh.
"Is it a Switch?"
What?
Let's see. Yeah, Paragon and the Final Fantasies. Yeah, that's about it. Really, I'm just looking forward to Andromeda right now.
That's all we're looking forward to.
All I want to do is play Andromeda, really. And I really want to play Zelda, but I can't do that.
Funny
I got to
story.
play Zelda for like 12 seconds today. It was awesome. I ran around in a circle, and I clicked buttons, and that was it. It
Yeah.
was so worth it.
It was the best 12 seconds of your
It
life,
was
don't lie.
super good. It was the second best 12 seconds of my life.
Is the other 12 seconds when you're
I don't really know what you're
flying
doing.
on top of a woman?
Just spasming all over the place.
Yeah.
He jerks into the video 12 seconds anyway.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Yep, done. Ding, ding, dong. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. Sean, what about you, sir?
I don't know if I can follow that.
Yeah.
Just talk about
Let's-
Mass Effect. That's all you need to talk about.
We're
But-
going to talk
but-
about that.
I know.
But I haven't played Mass Effect Andromeda yet.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. I'm sober for once during the podcast. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Welcome.
He doesn't know what to do.
Sober Sean is here for the
Sober
first
Sean
time.
is here for once. What have I been playing this week? I've been playing Rocket League, surprisingly nobody ever.
Lose
other-
the habit.
No.
I'm just kidding. Give you shit.
Other than Rocket League, I got back into Halo 5 for a little bit.
Yeah.
Game I need
I
to finish.
tried.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that game mode called?
Were you doing the firefight or
Yep.
Warzone? I guess they're
Yes.
technically they're like a bundled thing. So the
Yeah.
firefight is versus AI. It's like PvE kind of deal.
Yep, that's
and then
what I was playing.
okay,
Yep.
we need to do that as a group again because that is
Fuck
a
yeah,
fucking
it is
blast.
really
dude.
fun.
That's like the horde mode, right? Kind of.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I will get Halo 5 just to play that.
Dude, it's a blast.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, we need to. do
And
that as a group.
personally, I really enjoy Warzone, but nobody else really ever seemed to.
I actually loved Warzone. So anytime you want to play, I'm always down.
I actually
love
always
Warzone.
preferred it to the actual Halo 5 multiplayer.
Right.
I didn't really enjoy the Halo 5 multiplayer.
I destroyed in the Halo 5 multiplayer beta, but after that, I just.
Huh, you lost your edge.
The Warzone is so much more fun because there's the AI that you can kill as well as the enemy team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're just focusing on killing the enemy team. It's more entertaining.
Well, because if you go kill some of the world bosses, that spawn randomly, you can win even if you lose some bases or you're losing as a team. You can still make up a lot of points that way.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a lot of Halo 5. Like I was saying, I need you guys to come back so I can get some like actual backup.
I need to like schedule my playtime for video games. Like have this hour is this game and that hour is that game.
Seriously, let's work on that because I need some Halo 5 and Halo Wars 2 support
Fuck
here.
responsibility.
Exactly.
What's your evening look like? Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gaming now. What else, Shern?
Forget your children. Or child, I should say.
Disrespect your surroundings. I also picked up Ghost Recon Wildlands.
How many copies of that did you pick up?
He's got one for sale right here.
He accidentally bought 2 copies.
I'll give you 20 bucks for. Hey, I'll give you 20 bucks for it tonight.
Okay.
Cool.
We're just
Nice.
I'll give you $21.
Oh my god.
Bidding war.
Hey, at least Worth will actually fucking play it.
Yeah, I'll play it. Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah, I won't.
Switch. They kind of improved on it from the beta. The cars don't feel like they have butter wheels.
Yes.
It's disappointing because they have little birds with the like miniguns on the side.
Oh, right on. Okay.
But there's no fucking reticle to point at.
Well, that's kind of
enemies.
weird.
So it's like
it's a guessing game as to what you're shooting at.
Well,
with
that
the
sucks.
miniguns, which is stupid.
that's like
Yeah.
the GTA 4 chopper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No reticle at all. You just have to guess.
Dumb. Other than that, I'm enjoying
So
it.
it's like real life.
Well,
Sorry, just needed to throw that.
I
in
mean, you're partially correct.
This is a video game, though. I want a reticle. I want to do all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, the AI is dumb as rocks. It's meant to be played in co-op. Literally, the AI is fucking dumb.
That's
That was the biggest
unfortunate.
complaint I read for all the
dumb,
reviews.
dumb.
You're not a fan, huh?
No, the AI is fucking
Oh.
horrible.
Yeah.
But
K. Harible. You heard it here first.
what
For
else?
Ghost Recon?
Yeah.
The AI?
For Wildlands, yeah.
They've never really been that good.
But it's also 2017, and
I
I don't want to hope games have a higher standard every time they make a game.
I mean, you hope so, but
Right.
this is Ubisoft we're talking about.
No.
Also,
they
this
make
is
good games now.
2017, and nobody makes good games.
They
like
make
that.
good games, but have they ever made good AI?
I think Advanced
I don't
Warfighter
know.
AI was really
Did they?
good.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's like everyone's favorite game in the series.
Because my favorite Ubisoft game right now is only PvP, so it doesn't really matter.
Siege.
Siege, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so is Division.
What about Splinter Cell?
That they haven't made a new one in forever, and the AI's actually always been pretty decent in Splinter Cell. Your kind of common frustrating stealth and stuff,
But it's not cooperative AI. It's enemy
were we
AI.
distinguishing? Drew just was yelling about AI with Ubisoft.
Well,
right?
I don't know.
Well,
I guess-
More so with Ghost Recon.
Okay, yeah.
The AI in question I'm talking about is because you have three. If you're not playing co-op, you have 3 AI controlled teammates as your fire
And
team.
they're dumb as rocks.
They're dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That still sucks.
And the enemy AI is pretty dumb. And
But they can't overwhelm you if you're not careful.
yeah,
You gotta
die,
pay.
you die pretty easy in Wildlands.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
So, are you enjoying the game? Are you having
Oh, yeah.
fun with it?
It's my type of game, but I could go around and point like, I know you wouldn't like it
At Disco.
at Disco. Logan, I know you probably wouldn't like it. Pat, well,
yeah, he
Pat.
Basically,
might.
Worth is the other guy here who would like it.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that Worth is the only other person in the script that would enjoy this game just based on, I don't know.
I mean, it's cool that they bring in a bunch of like different elements from different Ubisoft games. Like
Mhm.
it's got Division's third-person gameplay. It's got Far Cry's like open world exploration, like
It's
capture
a
bases types.
huge fucking game.
They said it was their biggest game they've ever made.
I might dig that.
Yeah,
It's huge.
and then it's got sieges.
Huge.
Does it have crafting and
Yeah,
materials?
yeah, there's
and shit?
crafting. Yeah,
Nice.
you can craft. You can gather materials and craft like attachments for your guns and stuff. And then it's got sieges or Rainbow Six's like first-person shooter mechanics also.
Is it futuristic like weapons and shit, or is it nowadays?
No, it's modern day.
Modern.
Yeah. It might be like in the slightly distant future, but maybe like
There's
5
no laser
years.
guns.
There's no laser guns.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah. But it's fun. I mean,
Anything else, Sharon?
Milk, that is it. Drew, I wonder what the fuck.
oh, let me tell you a story.
So I have been playing Heroes of the Storm.
Yes, I believe it.
And that's it. Moving on.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
No, I just try and get daily quests done on Heroes of the Storm so I can get gold and get more characters. I haven't really been playing a lot of competitive matches with it as of late. Because Friday the Nintendo Switch came out and I happened to get one. I didn't even pre-order.
Everybody hates you now who doesn't
Yeah.
have one. You just made like a million enemies.
I couldn't.
30% of the internet hates
Right.
it.
I couldn't believe it. My buddy Ross had the day off of work, and he went and he picked one up from Best Buy. He didn't pre-order either, and he goes, "I just picked one up," and I said, "This is really it's really sad because I haven't. There hasn't been a Zelda game on launch that I haven't played since Ocarina of Time," and so he lives pretty close to the Best Buy. He ran over to the Best Buy and picked one up for me.
You just
It
go
was
and grabbed
with
another
Zelda.
one?
Yeah, and they still had them. And he texted me
Wow.
back. He goes, "I picked you up a Switch with Zelda," and I was like, "I love it."
I remember when you told me that. You're
Oh
just
my
like,
god, that's crazy.
greatest day of your life.
I couldn't believe it, dude. I was
Wow.
ecstatic because I knew I knew when Zelda came out, I didn't want to wait 3 months or however long it was going to take for them to get Switches back in stock. Because Nintendo is notorious for their lack of inventory during their console launches, just to get hype and to sell mad consoles.
Yeah.
So ridiculous to not overstock though, and to drive that. It's weird.
It's the hype.
Yeah.
It's all about the hype.
Yeah.
They've always been that way.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's frustrating, but at the same time, I have one, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I've been doing that. That's all I think about when I go to work. I think about Zelda. When I'm on my lunch break, I play Zelda.
This isn't a podcast. This is an intervention, Drew.
This-
We're
yeah,
worried
secretly,
about
Maybe sit you
you.
down.
That's why I haven't been on the pods because I've just been thinking about Zelda. It's consuming my life.
You just sit there in a dark room.
I have a problem. But
Right,
So what do you think of it
I
then?
drew.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's quite possibly one of the best games I've ever played,
Damn.
and I can say that
more
with
to come on
confidence.
that later.
Yeah. So we'll wrap up
Yeah.
the podcast too with more of Drew's in-depth thoughts of Zelda.
Yeah, but other than that, that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Alright.
It really does look like Zelda Skyrim.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah. I'd probably play that.
With even a little more, I shouldn't say immersion because Skyrim's pretty fucking immersive, but just stuff and we'll talk about getting cold and
Yeah,
durability.
immersive for a Zelda.
They had durability in Elder Scrolls 4, but they took it out in 5, so.
Yeah. All right. Well.
So, what is happening in the news
In the news,
in the gaming world?
I got a short one real quick.
Okay.
This is the one I kept as a surprise.
All right. What you got?
The official 30th anniversary will be in December because that's when the first game came out. But if you want to count technicalities, today is technically the 30th anniversary for Final Fantasy.
Oh, really?
In
Oh.
'87, today was the day that they started production on Final Fantasy 1 for the Nintendo.
Damn, I'm kind of surprised I
They
hadn't
started-
seen more about that online today.
Yeah, it was all over my YouTube.
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
But I look at Final Fantasy stuff all the time, so that's the reason why it popped up. But yeah, it's a sweet trailer. It was just they were kind of hinting at stuff. Nothing about the remake yet for Final Fantasy 7, but they did show a couple new in-game images for stuff that we haven't seen. We finally got to see what the actual UI looks like in the game, and just some other key images of areas in the game. And it looks like there's a stealth or a cover mechanic in this one, which is interesting. Because in 15, it kind of had something like that, where if you walked up to something, but this one looks like it's you have to use it. It's the theory is, the idea behind the first mission in Final Fantasy 7 is, getting into Midgar and blowing up the Mako reactor there. But obviously in that type of game, it was just, turn-based battles. Apparently, there's a way that you can get to the last boss of this first episode without getting caught. There's a stealth run through that you can do.
Okay.
If you're patient enough to know how to do it. But yeah, and then they're doing Final Fantasy 12 remaster, and then they announced some more of the actual DLC that's coming out for 15. So
Cool.
pretty sweet. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I didn't realize that it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, this game's series has been out for 30 fucking years.
It's pretty sweet to still be around. It's funny how, what was it, 7, that they were like, this is the last one we're going to make if it's not successful or something like that,
Mhm.
and that kind of saved them.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
They go on the brink of canceling their series going forward to being still massively popular today.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because when Final
8
Fantasy
games later.
Yeah, right.
when Final Fantasy 1 came out, a lot of people thought that was when Square was, a smaller company back in the day. They thought that was going to be that company's last game.
Maybe that's one thing of
And
too, actually. Maybe
Final
it was
Fantasy
1.
1 was
Yeah.
the one that saved them from bankruptcy
Right.
So
pretty
what?
much.
So what other games did they make before that though?
What do
Was
you
it
mean?
like was there any like major like title
Like
they've
Square
released?
games? Oh
Yeah.
god, like I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, they made a few.
Nothing that was like really noteworthy though.
Well, I mean, there were a couple of them, I'm sure. They weren't traditional RPGs. I mean, they had work in, like platformers and maybe some like, beat 'em ups and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, Square's been around for a while, so I don't know.
It was also
I'll look it
it
up.
was also the mid '80s, so I guess there was pretty.
I will
little-
come back to that, yeah. But
Limited-
anyway, I just thought
limited
that was
options.
interesting that, yeah, it's the third, technically it's the 30th
Well, that's cool.
anniversary. Now
So-
when the game came out, but when the game started in production, so.
So when did the game actually come out though?
December in 2017.
So it took like 9 months to make the game, pretty
Yeah,
much.
an NES game, go figure that too.
Yeah,
Like, an 8-bit game.
9 months to make
That
an 8-bit
probably
game.
wasn't even like 200 or 200 kilobytes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long it would take to beat that though. I got something I kind of want to talk about.
What's up?
So you brought this to my attention today, and it's very. I mean, I understand why they're doing this, but it doesn't make it any less fucked up. But Activision is charging extra money for the bonus maps for COD 4 remastered. Now,
Didn't they originally say they were going to give that out for free?
they did, I believe so. But so what they did is
they were like, we're not making any money. Sell them.
That's exactly it.
Well, because they realized that obviously Infinite Warfare was basically a flop to them. Like it was moderately successful, so they made a lot of money, but nowhere near as good as.
I
much
still
as the
do
other
want to
games.
finish the campaign.
But so yeah, obviously we've been through this before. They bundled remaster to boost the sales, and it's like the remaster is almost more popular than the Infinite Warfare. So, but now what they did, the first DLC that came out back in 2008 that had 4 extra maps. Originally back in 2008, that was $10. Now they're charging $15 for the extra maps.
They're charging more
They're
for
charging-
What a
maps.
bunch of cock
They're
suckers.
charging more money in 2017 than they did in 2008.
And the thing that should have been included
That
with
should have been
their
And think
yeah.
about like Halo like Master Chief Collection had 4 games for one price that had all the DLC. Every single remaster game, like the Handsome Jack collection, all the Dark Souls collections, that kind of stuff, like they have all of the DLC included in the price of the game in the remaster.
In the Master Chief Collection, they also added 6 additional remastered versions of the maps.
And
Yeah.
So they
if
gave you more than what you actually
and
had
if you
originally.
bought the game on launch or within a certain time period after launch, you got another game for free.
Yeah, they added
You got
ODST.
ODST.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Master Chief Collection, you can't play online with other people.
I did today actually.
No,
So fuck you,
it
Drew.
doesn't work.
Don't do that. I did it.
Because I lined up a co-op session with friends and we couldn't even connect.
Well, that's your
Oh
fault.
my god.
I have the best internet
Get
money can buy.
Better internet. It's not good enough.
I was gonna ask, is COD 4 available for separate purchase yet?
No, and there's no plans to make it available for separate purchase. I think the only hope of that ever happening is once the hype dies down for Infinite Warfare and they start marketing the new COD, only then will there maybe be a chance that it'll be a standalone title, but no. And that was microtransactions. There's fucking microtransactions also. It's
They're hoping to make all that money back from those map packs.
God.
it's almost 10 years later.
So you guys don't want to talk shit on a publisher or developer, just Activision, man. They
Well, it's just like
God, just
Stop-
stop nickel and diming. You,
stop
yeah.
fist fucking us, man.
Yeah.
Like
They're still Blizzard though, so it's hard to diss on them.
It's just that's the Activision side. I think specifically that
yeah.
They're the same
making
company,
this,
but
yeah.
yeah,
They're
they're
in-
run
that's
differently.
pretty rough though.
I
They're
mean,
in bed
Blizzard
with each
isn't
other.
great with money either. They're pretty dickhead about how what they charge you for too.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
But I think with Blizzard though, you get more for your money is a thing.
I think
Oh,
you
yeah.
get better quality games,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
But I mean, look at it this way: I had to wait
Shots fired.
how many years to get all 3 games of StarCraft 2 for $30? Like, didn't StarCraft 2 come out like 6 fucking years ago?
I don't
Something like
know.
that. Yeah,
Well,
it was a while
the
ago.
latest DLC isn't that old, is it?
What do you mean?
Well, the
DLC or
newest
expansion?
DLC was actually like there was DLC released last week,
I'm talking about like an expansion.
but the expansion
that's what I meant.
was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I want to say 2.
Sean is our resident fact checker here.
Yeah.
StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, the first expansion, was released July 27th, 2010.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Wow,
7-year-old
Damn.
game.
that's pretty
Six
crazy.
and a half years, but yeah, 7, whatever. When was
Heart of the Swarm.
Heart of the Swarm released?
I mean, that,
Which shouldn't have been the last one.
You want more?
Is Heart of the Swarm the last one? I thought that was the second one.
Uh,
And then the
Legacy
third one
of
is
the
called
Void.
March 12th,
yeah, Legacy of the
2013.
Void.
Wow, really?
yeah.
Holy Jesus,
So
that's
40
way
million.
longer than I thought. I was thinking like 2015 at the latest.
Yeah, Legacy of the Void is
Wow.
the newest one.
Oh, when did Legacy of the Void come out?
Welcome to the StarCraft podcast.
November 10th, 2015. Beat you, bitch.
So 2 years ago.
You guys have the same wiki
2
page pulled up.
years, and that game is still $20.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, $30. $20 right now.
Nice.
Damn.
I'll take it.
30. That's only half off. Name another game that's that old. That's
Zelda.
Yeah.
I can see that old, but GTA 5 is still selling at like full price. It came
Yeah,
out in 2013.
And
that's
there's
just
still
because that game is still popular for some reason.
and there's there's
The online
they're
side
still
is why.
releasing, but they're still releasing DLC regularly for it. That like I feel like there's a new DLC or online DLC for that like every quarter almost. Like a major update that they included in the game with like a bunch of new vehicles and stuff
Who
like
the
that.
fuck is still playing that game?
Apparently, a
I
lot
still
of
play it.
people.
I still play it. I genuinely enjoy the game. I
Funhouse
just,
plays it all the time.
I just don't like the grind.
that GTA 5 outsold itself in 2016 over 2015.
Huh.
The older it gets, the more it sells, which never fucking happens. That's so bizarre.
Well, so I mean, Rockstar has done a fantastic job of supporting the game, though. I mean, it's just like pretty much any. They're one of the best companies for for upkeeping their games and making them fresh and constantly putting out new content for them.
Blizzard.
Well, Blizzard's good too,
Yeah.
Drew. Yes, we know.
And Elder Scrolls Online.
And ESO, Logan from the Void,
The
Elder Scrolls Online makes you pay for everything.
yeah.
just like Activision and
the
COD 4.
the only other game that
Not Blizzard.
you know,
No,
No,
not Blizzard.
Hearthstone.
Okay, Hearthstone. But I
Heroes of the
honestly
Storm?
fucking hate Hearthstone. And no,
Hearthstone?
you don't have to pay
I
for
love
Heroes of
Hearthstone.
the Storm.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have to pay for Hearthstone either.
Oh yeah, that's true. You don't.
let's say 1983.
mm-hmm.
They
Wow,
made-
all the content is released for free as patches.
Yeah, but it's ongoing. You pay ongoing.
Yeah, you
Wow,
pay on going
that's
all the
true.
time. 1983 Dragon Quest was, but that's when they were Square Enix. They were only called Enix at that time, the actual company.
Did you just now like realize that? Or-
No, I looked it up.
Okay. It's like 10 minutes later, like, wait, what? What is it?
Well, I was looking it up, but then we were talking about that stuff. But yeah, before Final Fantasy 1, they did the first Dragon.
Dragon Quest
game.
Dragon Quest is a very popular series, is it not?
Oh yeah, it's super
Yeah, I
popular.
was
They
gonna say.
just they're getting ready to just come out with a new one too for Nintendo, and it looks really fucking good.
Damn.
Japan, that's one of the most popular games.
Dragon Quest.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
it's got a huge
Doesn't
fan base.
Akira Toriyama animate that? Didn't he do a lot of the animations for the
Yeah,
artwork
the
and
character.
stuff?
Yeah. A lot of the
I
characters.
was gonna
are,
say it looks very Dragon Ball esque.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a feel good looking game, but they have good storylines. I played 2 or 3 of them, I think.
That's cool. Really good. Logan's got Pokemon Go pulled up on the podcast here.
I got.
Pokemon I don't have.
What is it called again?
Shuckle.
It's another
Oh, it's a
fucking
Shuckle?
Shuckle.
Oh yeah.
Such a
Shuckle used to be one of the best in that game too.
garbage
For a long
Pokemon.
time.
Absolutely not true.
Fuck this thing.
No,
It's
What'd you say the
terrible.
other night? in
Go
group
watch
chat?
competitive battles and watch people fuck
Well,
people
anybody
up
can
with
take a
Shuckle.
Pokemon and make it good. I think in those games, if you want to.
It's because of
put
his
that much
special
work.
defense in his defense. He was super tanky.
You know, you could turn it into candy, but I think it'd be illegal because it's retarded.
Yeah.
You can't kill it.
I have a tiny bit of news on the mobile gaming side.
Oh yeah.
do you got?
So the
Well-
game I play all the time, Clash Royale, just announced a 2v2 mode today.
Oh, cool. That's pretty sweet.
That means nothing to me. I'm
For
sorry.
that,
I don't
for
understand.
that style of game,
Well,
that's
relevant.
pretty sweet.
It's a real-time strategy essentially, but on a extremely small scale.
I can't fap to this.
What happened
Sean
to
gets
One
up
Piece
in
Treasure
news.
Cruise?
I haven't played Treasure Cruise in a while.
Yeah. What did happen to that game?
I
There's
really
some
want to go
nothing
back
that
to
you
it, but I have a hard time because I know there's so much stuff added, and I'd have to figure out what it all is in English. So
Way too much work.
that is a lot of work.
I've been still playing Dokkan Battle, so
I
swap over to
gave
English.
up on Dokkan Battle. That one is not near as fun.
oh, I love Dokkan Battle.
It's fun at first, and then it really loses its luster.
Catch that Shuckle.
I'm catching it.
Are you still playing that, Pat?
What,
Dokkan
Dokkan Battle?
Battle?
Oh, yeah. Every day, 7 o'clock, I log in and at least get my daily bonuses.
But then, yeah, but a 2v2 mode. So basically, the way the game originally works, you have 2 front towers and your main town hall. And you have a deck of 8 cards, essentially. They're like 8 characters. And you play against another person who has the same thing, and they're 8 cards. They can be totally different. You could literally have none of the same cards and play against each other.
Nice.
So what they're doing is they're adding a 2v2 mode where 2 people play against 2 people, and they combined their town hall. So literally, it's just
like two-headed giant.
It's essentially the same thing. Like you share the same life, but there's 2 of you playing.
Yeah.
So the combinations you could create with the cards it's unfathomable. I mean, to be able to have 2 different rotating decks would be pretty crazy. So I'm excited to see how it works. I don't know how a mobile game would do with that kind of thing. I mean, it's not like it's a console game where you can just jump into a party with a friend.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of parties.
Like person is in the middle of a match and phone call, or something like that. Like
I don't know. I don't know how it would work.
I'm talking
You'd
about,
literally
like,
both have to be on your phones at the same time.
Well, are you going to be able to like play off of the other person's moves and stuff then?
Yes, you'll be playing together.
Okay.
But the thing is there's no way to chat.
I guess as of now, I guess I don't
even see how you would add.
See, I've never played the game.
That's what I'm saying. It's severely limited because it's a mobile game. Like it's on your phone. It's not like your phone has party, like a party system. It's not like you can be on a phone call. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could be on a phone call with somebody while you played. I've never tried that. I can't imagine that if you were on data, how that would work.
Every time I'm on a call, it like shuts down whatever I'm doing. It like will kill the internet or my
so.
data.
I'm just curious to see what happens. I have no idea how that would work.
Well, we'll see. I guess you'll find out, and then you can report back.
So it'll be some update later. Yeah, essentially, I'm just excited to see the new 2v2 mode in Clash Royale. Don't know how it's going to work yet, but
we'll find out.
I'll report back when it gets released. It should be probably within a few weeks or so. They are supposedly the company that makes Clash Royale, also Clash of Clans. I can't remember the name of it. Can't even remember the name of it. Supercell. Supposedly their 1-year anniversaries are where they always release a shitload of content on their anniversaries. So we'll see.
I think that noise is just trolling us.
Yeah,
it's just being mean.
It's somebody watching outside the window.
When you played Dokkan Battle, did you ever do any of the World Tournament shit?
Yeah.
So how did they do that then? I'm wondering, because
it's like,
is it 4 people that jump in the match and then you just finish the match and it's all
I think it's all
predestined?
Yeah, I think
like
it's
the
all,
way they moved.
Yeah, I think it's like it's almost AI controlled in a sense.
Kind of.
Like the combat you're definitely just facing a computer.
You think?
Yeah, for sure. They're not using moves or anything.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you can be right about that. Oh
but
my God. Is it so windy out that it's just doing it?
It's still doing it.
It's definitely not that then.
What the fuck is that noise?
Is it something in the apartment?
I don't know.
Drew, is it louder outside?
Where's Sean?
Sean, are you in the bathroom? It's something outside.
I don't hear it outside.
It's
something in here.
But what in the fuck would
What's
make
going
that
on?
noise?
Smoke alarm?
No, it's not a smoke alarm.
That'd be way
That'd be really loud.
Sean taking a shower right now?
Something in here.
I wonder if it is the water pipes.
It might be the water pipes.
That's what it sounds like to me. Is
Yeah.
water.
Water
Shouldn't
running
be that loud.
with a strange squeaky aftertone. Sean's they're gonna go beat on the bathroom door.
I can still hear it.
Sean, are you dead?
Are you alive?
You be okay editing this?
answering, but he just flushed.
What?
I think it's the water pipes.
It's gotta be.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
It
there-
just was super.
It stopped there. It stopped.
Well,
again.
it keeps stopping and starting over and over. All right, before we start, does anybody have any of the news thing?
Yeah.
I was going to talk about the Game Pass.
Oh, I was gonna talk about that too.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to then.
Okay, yeah.
You already had a news. It's
I
my
have a
news
giant
time.
boner for that
So
game.
you
Wait
can
for
be,
Sean to
you can
come
be
back.
able to
You
edit
son of a
this.
bitch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can figure it
You
out.
were running like the water flushing, or whatever, and this high pitched noise kept going off in the water
For, like,
pipes.
our water
We were like, "What is happening?"
That's what I was like.
You sit outside with like Yahtzee buzzer or whatever the fuck that is.
Yahtzee.
Taboo.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's right. Yeah.
Yahtzee buzzer.
I don't play those games. I don't play any kind of those phone games.
Buzzer for
so-
Yahtzee.
I don't know.
Yahtzee.
Either how to buzzer Yahtzee, I don't know.
Guys, you hear about the new Ford Civic?
I've never played Yahtzee or Taboo, so
That's so good.
It's a game.
That's the intro.
There you go. There you go.
Yahtzee is a wonderful game.
I
I've
love
never played
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee before, so
It's gaming related.
Yeah.
it is game related.
I
We
love-
could do
I
that
love
someday.
Yahtzee.
With video podcast, let's play Yahtzee. You can teach me how to play.
It's
It's not
hard.
that fun.
You roll dice.
whatever.
Just roll
Yeah,
dice and try to match up.
No.
It's like bingo, but harder.
I still maintain that we go to one of those locker room areas.
Oh, we
and do
totally
that.
need to do that.
Like,
The
and then we'll talk
the
about it
like
on the
puzzle room.
podcast
The
after?
Yeah.
puzzle
Or
room.
Yeah.
just in general, we go do it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm down either
or
way.
like we could Periscope it too while we do it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh,
Par-
the
totally
escape rooms?
Yeah.
Periscope is kind of dead. We have
Can
to
you
Facebook Live.
videotape those things?
Huh?
They didn't say that you couldn't.
Like, so we could ask them.
No, I wouldn't ask them if they didn't say it.
Well, they have a video.
There's
camera
somebody in the
there.
room. I think they even have like assistants in the room, so you can say, "Hey, we need help," and then they'll give you hints.
They're not in the room. You just be like.
I've heard
you
of some
wave
of them are in the room.
Sometimes
Sometimes.
there's a zombie one where they actually have people in the room with you that are zombies.
Oh, interesting. That'd be cool.
Damn.
Someone's gonna get punched in the throat.
Yeah.
All right, are we back?
Don't go for my
We're
bonus.
back
Be
for the,
realistic.
right, the
Go with
podcast.
your
Okay.
Facebook,
Are we
Facebook
on
Live
into
app
the
for sure.
gaming?
Yeah, I'll bring
That's
some
what
in
I'm
minutes.
saying.
So.
Yeah.
All right, podcast.
All right, have fun editing this, Worth.
I hate you
That's
all.
not that bad.
I did
actually.
say pause the
That's
second
true.
time we paused too.
So-
So,
Yeah, I know.
No, you did okay.
I like the random pause of what's that fucking noise?
I know. I was like, what's happening?
All right, so also in news, Xbox introduced a new thing that I don't really think's ever been in gaming before: the Xbox Game Pass.
That's not true.
Sega.
I'm gonna call you out right now.
They-
No,
Sega
I
did.
didn't know. I said I didn't know. I'm not saying.
You ever heard of a thing called the Sega Channel?
yeah, second
I have not actually. So what was that?
Oh,
It was
yes.
it was a device used back in the mid '90s that Sega used with a cable provider. And what they do, you pay a subscription fee a month. I think it was like $15 a month, and you get this device that you plug into your Sega Genesis, and it was basically Netflix before Netflix for Sega games.
Damn, Sega ahead of the curve.
It was
Wow.
dope as fuck.
That's
Because
way
ahead of
crazy.
its time.
Sega has always been ahead of the game.
Our daycare had the Sega Channel, and we would fight for that. Fucking
Are you
thing.
serious?
Yeah, our daycare. Because, well, I mean, like, not all the kids always want to play video games, but there were 5 of us, and we're always like, "Okay, dude, you've died twice. It's my turn to play." And he's like, "No, I can. Just let me beat the level."
It's a
We're like,
bloodbath at your
like,
daycare.
Man, he won't let us play. Just going.
Oh god.
Also, the Dreamcast was the first system to actually have broadband like online play.
That is true. I didn't know that one.
That was
So-
the Sega Net.
But basically, so the
that
Game
like-
Pass. What?
Sorry, I interrupted.
What's up?
I say, was that with like Fantasy Star?
Yeah,
Online and
Fantasy
everything like
Star,
that?
and
Yeah.
then like whatever Madden game was out that year. And then there was some racing game I thought too, wasn't there? I could have sworn there was.
I don't know.
Whatever, but yeah,
Anyway,
so
sorry,
online
so-
on Sega Dreamcast was a thing.
No, Game Pass is basically just like we were going to say Netflix for video games.
It's
They're
awesome.
going to have like 100-something video games on the service at once that they'll rotate out occasionally. Not even every month. Sometimes you'll have a game for 3-4 months. Who knows how long.
My question with that is, are you able to save your progress, or is it like strictly just a streaming based thing?
It
where,
is
like,
the opposite of streaming, where you download
You
it.
own the game for as long as you have the subscription.
You have to
Oh.
download.
as long as it is on their
on the
Yeah.
server.
on the server.
It's exactly like Netflix, where you have access to the show as long as you are paying the subscription and it is available on Netflix at the time.
Yeah,
So very
That's-
similar to that.
Bring MASH back. Sorry, I had to say it.
Mash. I like Mash. Mash is a good
so
Bring
yeah,
Chuck back.
you don't stream any games at all. You download the games. So there'll be no kind of connectivity issue where if you're streaming, your single player Halo 5 and you lose internet, you're not going to lose your game.
It's
That's huge.
basically
That's
it's,
a game
it's
changer.
solid.
it's basically EA Access, but
It is similar. It's very
Yeah.
similar.
on a bigger scale,
Right.
not just for EA games.
And doesn't EA Access never take their games off?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Because
think once something's in the vault on EA Access,
It's called the
there.
Vault. Is
It's
where
there forever.
Yeah. But new games you have discounts on and stuff like that. Which also in this in the Game Pass, if you choose to purchase the game from Game Pass, so you will own every even if it goes away, you still have it. You get 20% discount on those games.
Okay.
So even in the subscription itself for Game Pass is $10 a month, but against hundreds of games.
That's
you
not
have access
bad.
to, yeah.
$10.
Not really too bad
No,
for having
that's nothing,
as
yeah.
much access to the games as long as they're there. So
And you could try out a lot of games you wanted to play but didn't ever want to spend $60 on.
exactly, that's pretty huge. Especially with single player games, you just might knock out, in 10, 15
Like
hours.
Recore would be a good one. That would
Actually not be bad. That's a good grab there.
I wonder if that's going to put like GameFly and stuff out of business, though. I think like something like
Hey,
that.
well, Have a better service then.
That's
PlayStation doesn't have any kind of service like
It's,
that. So
they kind of do.
It's called PlayStation View.
But theirs is streaming.
Ours is.
I think
yeah.
it's $15 a month.
Yep, and we can't download it. It's just straight up streaming.
Yeah.
So it really depends on how good your internet is.
well, then it's different. But Yeah, that probably wouldn't put GameFly out, but this could, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it would hurt them pretty bad.
Yeah.
Did they announce any like big titles?
Halo 5 was one of them. There are some other big ones. I can't remember off the top of my head now. Do we have examples here, Shern? Nope, no examples. You're terrible at this.
What?
No, Sean does our agenda, and there's no examples of the games that are on Game Pass.
I don't think they just announced.
There was a handful of games. One of them Halo's 5. I can't remember the rest.
Yeah.
And we have the internet to look this up, you people.
To the internet.
He did list off the companies. That
Yeah.
were in games.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here we go. This is right off the bat. I got a Kingdom for Tieflings, Banjo-Kazooie, Comic Jumper,
Woo.
Dark Void, Defense Grid 2, Gears of War Judgment, Gears of War Ultimate Edition,
Ooh, Defense Grid.
Halo, Spartan Assault.
That's a fun game.
Yeah, that game is pretty cool.
That's a really cool game.
Cameo, Hexic 2,
Ooh, Cameo.
Jetpack Refueled, Max, Curse of the Brotherhood, Monday Night Combat, Miss Explosion
Ooh, that
Man,
was fun.
Oh.
Perfect Dark Zero, Sacred 3,
A lot of rare ones on there.
Yeah.
Sam and Max Beyond Time, Sunset Overdrive, The Maw, Viva Pinata.
Damn.
Viva Pinata, Logan.
Well, I named the Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive, yeah. Saints Row 4, Mad Max, NBA 2K16, Lego Batman,
I always heard that Mad Max game was really good.
Terraria, Fable 3,
Okay.
Payday 2, Tekken Tag Tournament, and Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Oh,
So,
sweet.
yeah, all those games
Not bad.
are available to download.
Well, there's a little bit of
A
everything
lot
too,
of
which is
old
nice.
games,
Yeah.
but
That's not 100 games, but
It's a good start.
That's not the
yeah.
whole list, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the whole list.
Well, I'm assuming it'll probably be like backwards compatibility where there's more stuff coming down the pipe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a rotating.
And
you know,
like one of the developers, Warner Brothers Interactive, I'm assuming that means Batman's coming down the pipe.
Arkham,
Yeah.
Arkham
Oh,
City.
yeah.
very
or-
possible.
Or
Bandai Namco, that's kind of cool.
That's a big one.
Could see some like Ninja Storm games and
There's also if you need Xbox Live Gold to be able to play the multiplayer, but you don't need Gold to utilize the service.
That's even better.
So-
that's cool.
That's super
Yeah.
good.
real.
Yeah, so you don't have to be a Gold member to have Game Pass.
That's huge because
Yeah.
that is probably pretty big for a lot of people.
you like for kids and shit. Like you wouldn't even have to buy them games anymore. You just be like, you got your Game Pass, you can play whatever the fuck you
Yeah,
want.
100 games at your disposal for $10 a month. That's
Yeah, that is a lot of
Pretty
value.
I mean,
solid
think about it.
for
You'd get
games.
6 months worth of the service for the price of a new game.
that is true.
Yeah.
So
a good way to look at it.
That for parents, that will be pretty big.
Yeah. Is Laney going to become a gamer?
I don't know.
What are you gonna? What game are you gonna introduce her to?
If Brandy
first?
has anything to say about it, no.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Just right
Just
away.
She
We're
does
gonna
play with my Game Boy Advance a lot.
Just teach Lainey how to play Magic, and she will never have money for drugs.
Yeah, right.
True
That is a good
statement.
point.
You're not wrong.
That's why I stopped playing Magic.
Laney, we're gonna play
For
your
the
first
drugs.
video game.
So, yeah, no. Trying to save some fucking money is why.
No,
It's the drugs.
I found it funny in that list too. Like, it seems like they took apart like Rare Replay, but only brought like the really big games over,
Yeah.
like Banjo-Kazooie, Perfect Dark Zero, and all that shit.
But
And
one of them was
Cameo.
Jetpack.
Yeah, the NES version.
Like
One. That's the game that we were playing on
God.
the recording.
Me and Pat
not
have a
that
video.
great of a
we-
game. So
That was a fun night. I liked it.
The game was so infuriating.
infuriating.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
it is
I
infuriating.
picked it up pretty fast. I
That
was doing
game's
pretty good.
that
Well,
game's
fuck
physics
you, by the
making
way.
no fucking sense.
I mean, Rare couldn't even include Donkey Kong 64. What
Yeah,
the
I
fuck?
know. So
I don't
sad.
know. I don't know. That might be a Nintendo issue.
that was
Yeah,
a-
that might be a
I'm,
Nintendo
I'm
property.
kidding.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
totally
Well, I was trying
kidding.
to think. I think that actually, yeah, it's not.
still a huge disappointment though, Drew.
Out of curiosity, not side note, but speaking of Rare, I watched like a 15-minute ukulele like gameplay.
Ah, it comes out next month. Oh.
Game looks fucking fun. Is that Xbox only?
No, it's everything.
It's gonna be on PS4.
Yes.
Yes.
I pre-ordered it on PC.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah, dude. Shovel Knight's in it too.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yes.
That's so cool. Yeah, I'm totally down for another collectathon platformer.
Fuck
It's been a while.
yes.
It's been a while, but the gameplay looks fun and everything like that, and it's gotten pretty good reviews from. Easy Ally said they played it and they loved it. Funhouse got to play a demo and they said
Nice.
they really liked it. So
Nice.
I don't know if anybody else on Rooster Teeth
If-
really did
Not that I
anything.
know
If,
of,
if
yeah.
you pre-order, they give you access to what they call the ukulele toy box, and basically it's like a giant level.
Oh, cool. Like, is it sandbox level or?
Yeah, it's basically it's a level from ukulele. I don't know if it's going to be actually in the game, but you go around and you collect your shit, you do quests and all that stuff.
Cool.
It's awesome.
That's super sweet. Yeah, I'm excited for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, just a good throwback to the old school platforming.
Any other news this week? Anybody think of anything? Anybody
I
gets
don't
heard
think
anything?
so.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I guess there'll be another Mass Effect video. There is one.
I watched a Golden World. I can't even talk. Golden Worlds video today that IGN put out.
I don't know what that is.
They were
Yeah, what is
talking
that?
about. I don't know if it was mainly storyline. They didn't show any gameplay in it really. They were just. It seemed like story based, but it kind of had to do with the gameplay where they were saying. So one of the first places you go to in Andromeda is the Helix cluster, or Helix cluster, something like that. It's called.
Yeah, Helix.
And in that cluster,
Helios cluster.
yeah, Helix
Yeah,
cluster. Did you
Helios,
see this
so-
video too? Do you know what I'm talking
I
about?
think so, maybe.
Okay.
But
In now there's not obviously gonna be this many planets in the game itself, but they say in this one cluster that there's over like 400 planets and only 7 of them are truly like habitable and have what we need for the Tempest and for the Ark.
Interesting.
Also, my debunked theory came out remember when I was like, I wonder if Element Zero is going to be Andromeda. They said Element Zero.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, damn it.
Of course it
I was
Yeah,
like-
right.
I was hoping they'd find some crazy new energy source they had to use or something like that just
Yeah.
to make it interesting. But no, apparently Element Zero is going to be in the game.
Cool.
But out of that, there's going to be 7 planets, and then obviously you saw from the last big one we saw where they were on that Krogan planet, and they're like, you got to get the people on your side. You got to put little pods all over the fucking place so your Nomad doesn't blow up or overheat or anything like that. So
yeah, you get like resupplies and stuff too.
yeah, you
Yeah.
change your arsenal out and all that
Mhm.
shit. So yeah,
The
the next
lot-
one, Logan just wants the multiplayer demo. Or
I know.
the
Just show a
He
video
wants-
multiplayer.
Are you gonna play the story or are you gonna play multiplayer right away?
Oh yeah, obviously Mass Effect is story first for me, but
Apparently not for disco.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
It's the exact
Yeah, you-
opposite.
It's your guys' fault for getting me addicted to the multiplayer. If you hadn't done that, I'd have just beaten the campaign.
Does
I'm okay with what happened.
does Mass Effect Andromeda have multiplayer packs?
Yes. I
Yeah.
said that. I said that.
Yeah, he
like,
said
during
it.
the
That you
podcast.
can buy a version that comes with 20 on it already.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
I have more self-control now, guys.
But you also have more
He also
money
has-
now.
he also has a
probably,
child.
too.
No, I don't
No,
have more money
the
than I
opposite,
did back then.
You're like, I have $1,500.
Yeah, but that's for rent or mortgage.
Mortgage.
All DLC will also be free for multiplayer Mass Effect as well. So
Nice.
For the multiplayer.
yeah,
Multiplayer.
multiplayer, yeah,
Cool.
So
Sweet.
all right, so the rest of the podcast tonight will be one of our first sessions of this. Drew will be reviewing Zelda.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
Take it away,
Drew, what you got?
Get that mic to yourself.
So I've been playing this since Friday. Let me say, it's just been an incredible experience. Never in my wildest dreams did I think it was going to be anything like this. I tried to kind of stay away from like trailers and gameplay videos because I kind of wanted to experience it as like a like a pure thing, like kind of dive into it and just kind of do my own thing. The game is gorgeous looking. First of all, it's very colorful and it just so much attention to detail. This is the biggest Zelda game to date. It's gigantic, spanning massive regions that you can unlock by visiting towers, much like Shadow of Mordor. In Mordor, you can go and visit a tower, and once you've climbed up the tower, you basically unlock a region, and you can see everything. Not everything in terms of collectibles, but as far as like landmarks and places to go and things of that nature. From what I've heard, it's probably over 100+ hours for full completion. That's spanning side quests, finding shrines, collectibles, main quest dungeons, all of that stuff. It's basically an open world game. They call it a survival sandbox game. And it's crazy to think that because Zelda has never really been a survival type game.
Yeah,
it's always kind of
kinda held
been
your hand
pretty
a little bit.
linear. They say, hey, you need to go here. I mean, there's open world elements to it, but it's never been like, hey, just go off and explore and do your own thing. And it all comes down to you like finding gear, encountering baddies, exploring the maps, going all over the place. One of the first things they have you do is search out these things called shrines, and basically they're these orange things on the map. They're very easy to pinpoint out, and you can see them from very, very far away. So they're easy to kind of spot. But some of them aren't visible traditionally. Sometimes you have to go do a quest or perform a certain task in order to get it to show up.
Or a puzzle.
Yeah, puzzle.
Zelda.
But they have you start out going and activating 4 of these shrines. And the first things you do in these shrines basically get you acclimated to the gameplay right away.
It's the different skills, right? Like the big main skills that you'll use.
Yeah, they offer you these things called runes. And basically what they do, they're everything from like the first one you'll get like bombs. And they'll show you how to use bombs. And the whole shrine will be about how to use your bombs. And another one will be how to use stasis, which basically you can use it to freeze things in place. Like if something's moving, like a big fan or a platform or something like that, you can freeze it in place and you can utilize it that way. I'm trying to think of another one is called cryosis, which is you're able to make ice blocks out of water, either like on the side, like if you see a waterfall, you can pop an ice block out there so you can use it to climb the ledges or pop treasure chests out of the water or things of that nature.
Open a gate. That's my favorite one. Is like
Yep, you can open a gate by pushing an ice block up, and it just
holds
lifts
it
the gate
up for you,
you.
so you can just get underneath it. Yeah.
And then one of the final ones is called magnesis, and basically you can use that to rip off doors, metal, anything metal. Basically, you can pick up and move.
And grab chests from tops of ledges and bring them down instead of having to find a way to climb up there.
So there's basically a bunch of versatile things that you can use at your disposal to further yourself in the game.
So would you say that that's like kind of almost like what all tutorials should be?
I love when games do shit like that to get you acclimated. Like they just kind of throw you into it like right away. And if they can do that in a way where you're learning the gameplay as you're progressing through the game, I think that's one of the most brilliant ways to do that.
Instead of prompts always popping up, it's like,
Yeah,
don't forget
and-
B does this.
It's like do this, do here. Like
Hey,
let
listen.
let me learn it. Like you can kind of teach me a little bit like what the buttons are, but like let me do it myself. Don't handhold me.
Mega Man.
Yeah, it's like don't do that. I get sick of that, and a lot of this generation has kind of been they're really obsessed with like, oh, I need to look on the internet to tell me what to do. Like it's never been a pure gaming experience for some time now.
Yeah, I love how I love how in Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon they totally made fun of like the intro tutorial. You remember that, Sean? That's like, what is it?
I remember that too.
Yeah,
actually.
like it's a
It's a 27 messages page.
Yeah,
like, pages
and the whole time the guy's like, just let me kill people, damn it, and then like he keeps sending these prompts, and he's like, why? I don't know. There was like stupid commands too. It's just like press on the right joystick to use your motor functions or something like that.
Out of curiosity, have you gotten any like towns or villages yet in the game?
Yeah, I've been to several towns and
You
villages.
guys? Nice.
Yeah.
Are these a little bit more? I don't want to say lively because like Ocarina of Time and Kariko Village had a lot of like NPCs running around, but does it feel like a town still?
Absolutely.
Like, and everything. Yeah.
Everybody that's running around you can talk to, and they always have something fresh or something different to say than
Really?
say like if you talk to a random guard, he'll have something to say versus like another random guard that's sitting there.
Mhm.
And the other cool thing is like you kind of know what NPCs to directly go to if you're focused on quests, because they'll like they'll have like a little exclamation point like next to their dialogue option.
Oh, good. See, then you can play it, Nate. You'll know what to do.
And so you can embark on these side quests if you want to. If you don't, there's other stuff for you to do. It's that open, and it kind of creates kind of your own experience. And that's the cool thing about this game is nobody will play this game the same way. And I've had conversations with friends where they're like, oh, well, like I didn't necessarily go this way. I climbed the mountain instead of taking the traditional path, and I missed this, and this. And like everybody's gonna play it the different way, and I think that's really cool.
You had me at 110 hours. Don't worry.
I mean, yeah, there's no shortage of things to do in this game.
I mean, one thing I'll ask is, do you feel like you have enough faith in Nintendo to continue games like this?
That's hard to say because they haven't given me a Zelda game since Skyward Sword, and I didn't buy a Wii U because I wasn't interested in any of the titles that they were putting out. I was like, Super Mario Maker, that's okay, I guess. And they were coming out with all these other IPs like Splatoon and I don't know. I just wasn't interested in those things that they had to offer. And Legend of Zelda has been going on for 30 plus years, and they've created great games. Every iteration of Zelda they've come out with is just awesome, and you know what you're getting. But they take breaks from some of these games, like Metroid and Star Fox. Like those are games you don't see as often, and those are their first party titles, and those are the games that they work hardest to, I don't know, to put out. I would love to see them continue to show this kind of love and dedication to all of their original IPs. But
I'm really sad. Like you said, Star Fox. Like I'm really sad there hasn't been a good Star Fox game since Star Fox 64. Like
I played Star Fox Adventures. I enjoyed it. There are a lot of people that don't like that game, but
I think it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a different name, a different game though. I think it was like supposed to be another. God, what was it? They were going to develop it as something else, and then they rebranded it as a Star Fox game. I don't know.
You're not talking about Star Fox Zero for Wii U, are you?
No, it was the Star Fox Adventure where you run like the dinosaur planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was supposed to be, but it wasn't originally supposed to be a Star Fox game, but they ended up rebranding it halfway through the development into being a Star Fox game. So that's going to bug me now because I know I watched something on this recently. I'm going to look this up. Keep talking.
But I don't know. I was going to go into some of the other features of the game, maybe that some people don't know about. One of the features that you learn how to use very quickly in the game is cooking. Like cooking's a big part of the game. Like you explore a big, vast area, and you're picking up materials. You're collecting meat. You're collecting vegetables. You're collecting mushrooms. Everything you use can be used to make and improve materials or make food for yourself that might give you a stat boost or hearts. It's just kind of cool. It's very simple, but you can experiment as much as you want, and it's kind of interesting to say, oh, I wonder what happens if I throw these items together, and then you get something, and then you can remember that recipe and use it later on in the game. And then sometimes you can find out a recipe that will sell for like a lot of money, and so you can be like, okay, well I can farm these mats in order to make this and make a lot of money.
Oh, so, hey, here I found the answer to my question. So Star Fox 64 began development as an unrelated game named Dinosaur Planet, and it was initially intended to be Rare's last standalone title from the Nintendo 64 before they got bought by Microsoft, before Rare got bought by Microsoft. So that's what it was really supposed to be.
Yep, I remember there was a huge delay with that game.
Yeah,
and it took a long time for it to come out.
So I got a question real quick.
Shoot.
Is this? I mean, it might be kind of a dumb question, but this was like a system seller then. I mean, like if this
absolutely, I literally spent $400 to play Zelda.
Right, just Zelda alone. Like you don't really care about anything else, or
though I'm just gonna come out and say it. This launch lineup that Nintendo had was among one of the worst I've ever seen. Like that's not. I mean, I'm not knocking on Nintendo's breadth of games. I know they're developing first party titles, but the lack of games that they were going to showcase for their launch was not great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty small.
But you had Zelda, so you had my sale right there.
Right, yeah. I'm sure most people too, right?
Mm-hmm. But, a lot of people are excited for the Mario Kart that's going to come out in April. I mean, it's just a new skin on Mario Kart 8. They call it Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There's a couple other IPs coming out, ARMS and...
I think Splatoon 2.
Splatoon 2 is coming out soon. Super Mario Odyssey doesn't come out till Q4 of 2017, so they're going to have to wait a while for all the Mario fans out there. But as far as like other traditional IPs, we've had no word on a Metroid. We've had no word on a Star Fox. I'm trying to think of other...
When's Fire Emblem come out?
I don't remember when they said the release date for that was, but I'm pretty excited for that as well. Super Smash Brothers has been confirmed. They haven't said what the date is, but it is coming out for Switch.
Oh God, Smash, please.
So I'm excited for that as well.
Smash me hard.
And back into the game. This game's not easy.
I was gonna bring that up to you because I was gonna say, like Nintendo's always been trying to be a kid-friendly, company all the way through. And I've seen how difficult this game is, and I'm like, little kids may not be able to really pick this up and play it. I mean, unless you're pretty tech savvy with the
Well,
controller.
it's-
You know what I mean?
Especially with the amount of like depth and customization and all the other like different options that they're introducing into this game, it's not. It looks like it's got a pretty steep learning curve.
It does. Like
Yeah.
initially, like they throw you into some fights where you're just like, fuck, like I need to learn the combat mechanics fast.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna get slaughtered. Like when I first like started getting into like group fights and stuff like that, I felt like I was playing Dark Souls.
Mhm.
Like because
Jesus.
it just comes up like game over, like every time, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like some of these mobs and creatures can kill you in one hit, and you're like, what do I do here? And you kind of have to learn. You have to learn combat like on the fly. And I like that they've taken a more serious approach, and they know they're serious gamers coming in to play this game.
Oh yeah.
That want a challenge. So I'm really appreciative of that. Basically carelessly running into a group of enemies will almost surely get you killed. And you're struggling with the durability of your items. Like you don't know whether or not your sword's gonna break. They kind of give you warnings. Things of that nature if it's going to break, so you kind of have to plan. Like you kind of have to be strategic in that aspect.
That's what they do in The Witcher.
Yeah.
Witcher 3.
Yeah, you have to be strategic like Witcher, and that's something that you've never ever had to encounter in a Zelda game before.
Well, like one thing I saw that people were saying for combat mechanic wise is when you hit enemies, they'll like drop their weapons, and it's almost better if you have space to go and just pick up their weapons, because if they get up and you're not paying attention to them, they'll run over and pick up their weapon that they dropped and get it. But if you take it away from them, then
they're kind of limited on what they can do.
Yeah, they kind of like they have like an animation where they'll be like angry at you. Not only do you get a free chance to hit, but also now you have a much better chance against them because they don't have a weapon available in their hands. So
Love it.
Interesting.
The combat is pretty similar to Zelda games of yore. They have the L targeting or Z targeting system that was instituted for Ocarina of Time. And they have these hot swapping weapons where you can just kind of swap weapons on the fly. They'll pause the game kind of to let you find like what you need, which is I wouldn't call that a flaw at all. I would just call it you're being strategic. You need to find a weapon that will work for you in the situation that you're in. So you can hot swap between shields, you can hot swap between bows and the various kinds of arrows that you want to use. They've also shown that when you use your arrows, you can go for a critical hit. Like you can shoot somebody in the head and it'll do massive damage. One big selling point that I know Logan would be interested in is stealth.
Ooh.
oh yeah, I
That
forgot
is
there's-
interesting.
There's crouching.
You can crouch and you can sneak up on enemies and basically deliver a stealth blow
That is pretty
that
good,
does massive
actually.
amounts of damage.
I like stealth
I
games
think
a lot,
isn't it in
so.
the bottom right corner? There's like a little purple circle, and what it'll do is depending on how much sound you're making, it'll show the waves, like the sound waves.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if it's really big, obviously you're making a lot of noise,
Yeah.
and then it'll get quieter and quieter.
That's
the
pretty
quieter
legit.
you're going,
And-
so you can tell.
And it's basically like a lot of stealth games. Like they'll have like the mobs will have a question mark over their head, like if they kind of sense you're around, and so they'll just kind of be like they'll either wander and try and look for the sound, and then if you're far enough away, it'll disappear. But if they spot you, the question mark starts to get red, and once it gets up to the top, then it'll turn into an exclamation point, kind of like Metal Gear.
Solid,
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
And then they'll alert everybody around them that you're there and they're coming for you.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
They threw that into a game that you said that really hasn't been a thing in Zelda before,
No,
right?
definitely.
No.
That's cool. I do dig
Well,
that.
the cool thing is too, you can use like also like the environment to your advantage, because I remember seeing on the gameplay on one, the guy was gonna run in and it was just 3 of them around a campfire, but then he noticed there was an explosive barrel like kind of over to the corner, so he like stealthed over there, grabbed it, threw it at the fire, blew up, and then killed all 3 of them without him having to do anything or waste any like
Nice.
durability or arrows or anything.
That's
So-
another thing that's super cool about this game too. Like the versatility of combat. Like you're able to engage enemies the way you want to. Like sometimes the enemies will come to you. Like it'll happen. Sometimes you're exploring or whatever, and the enemies will see you and just run to you. But if you have the map laid out and you kind of know the lay of the land, and you can kind of set up your own combat on your own terms, which is really cool.
Is there a reset on like enemy mobs that you've seen at all?
As far as
Like obviously if you close the game and open back into it, I'm sure like as you're loading it'll refresh like all the mobs around the overworld, but have you ever like killed mobs outside town, been in there for a little while, and then came back and they're back?
I'm sure they respawn. I haven't actually gone in depth on trying that theory out, but I'm sure they do respawn at some point.
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's
So-
probably
no.
probably some predetermined amount.
There's like
of
5
time.
minutes left.
Oh, 5 minutes
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. So our podcast's about over.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That too.
Don't gotta rush too much, just letting everybody know.
Yeah. They have what RPGs love to do. They have open world boss fights that you can do. So basically, they're these giant ass enemies that you can fight, and sometimes you won't even know that they're there. Sometimes you'll see them like out of the corner of your eye, or you'll think they're like just a regular new enemy, and they're actually like a world boss, and they have like a shit ton of HP, and they have different mechanics that other traditional enemies don't have.
This is still in a single player setting, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Damn.
Kind of
That's
like
crazy.
Shadow of the Colossus feel.
Yeah,
like,
that's
motherfuckers
nuts.
And stuff, yeah.
Yeah. The game is called Breath of the Wild, and basically you're dealing with nature all the time, everywhere you go. And the game's on a day and night cycle, so you'll be
I like
running
that when
around.
games do that.
And the other cool thing is events happen. Some in the day, some in the night. It happens. The weather is changing all the time. It could be sunny one minute, and the next minute it's cloudy or lightning out. It took me forever to realize that during a lightning storm, you have to take off all your metal gear, like everything you have, your shields, your swords, everything. Otherwise, you become a lightning rod,
That's
and you will get
fucking
struck
crazy.
by lightning and die.
Metal Gear.
I've seen people that they'll sense that they're going to get struck by lightning, and they'll take their weapon, and right at the very last second before the lightning bolt is going to hit, they'll throw it at an enemy. Like you could throw it at possibly a world boss, and that lightning bolt will come down, strike them, and do massive amounts of damage.
Wow.
So it's crazy the amount of things you can do. I mean, you experience everything from temperature wise. You have to be clothed or appropriately to battle the elements.
Show some skin.
There's sand that you have to deal with, like quicksand bogs, and obviously water is a huge thing in Zelda too.
No dysentery though.
No.
All right. Perfect.
I mean, there's various ways to upgrade your gear. There's various ways to upgrade the amount of hearts you have. Basically, a big part of the game is going out and finding shrines, which in turn will they present you with a challenge, or like a combat challenge, or basically a puzzle or a riddle or something. And once you overcome this challenge, you gain spirit orbs, and for every 4 spirit orbs that you get, you can transfer them. You can turn them in for either a heart upgrade or a stamina upgrade. And stamina plays a huge part in the game too, whether you're climbing mountains, or you're using your paraglider to fly all over the place,
Or
swimming. Yeah, there's stamina plays a huge part in the game as well.
have you been back and forth on it? Like health, stamina, whenever you...
Yeah, I try and balance it out because they're both very important. And this game is so gigantic. I've only scratched the surface. I've probably put, I don't know, maybe 20-25 hours into the game. And I probably have only seen maybe 7 to 10% of what the game has to offer.
Yes.
I've only done one dungeon, but I kind of just want to experience everything. Like, I don't want to go. You have the option of exploring or doing the main story. That's totally up to you, and I love they give you the freedom to do that. Just everything I've seen so far is just a glancery overview of everything that I've seen so far. But this game is incredible. I can't emphasize that enough. I've told people, like, this is definitely worth, the $300, $350, $60 you're spending on getting a Switch console in the game. It's
cool.
It's gorgeous looking. The gameplay is fantastic. The combat's awesome. The music is unbelievable. The story is fantastic. Like, I just can't say enough about how much I love this game. I don't find any flaws with it. I find myself thinking about it and wanting to play it all the time.
Well, how many hours have you put in? I don't know if you said it or not. Do you know?
It's probably somewhere around 20-25 hours.
It's not too bad though.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough to have a decent.
He
review.
said that was probably about exploring 7 to 10% of the game.
That's not a lot.
That's
That's
just
a
a
huge
guess.
fucking game.
The game is gigantic. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't felt this way about a game in decades. Like, I feel like I'm 11 again, and I love it.
Nice.
I never want this to end, and that's why I'm trying to take my time and kind of try and experience everything I possibly can before this is over. And that's why I feel sorry for all these fucking streamers and shit that go out and are rushing through the game. Like, this is a work of art. It's a masterpiece.
Experience
So,
it how you want
cool.
to.
Yeah.
I have two
okay.
questions for you to wrap up your review. The first one is, will this take over Ocarina of Time as your favorite Zelda game?
It's hard to say because it's a different time and it's different standards for gameplay and story and graphics and all that. And never have I ever said that the graphics make the game. I've always said the gameplay makes the game. This game could possibly be better than Ocarina of Time.
It's a bold statement.
It's true, man. Like, it's been so long since I felt this way about a game. I feel like a child again. Like, when is the last time you guys have ever felt that way?
It's been a while.
Like, truly.
It's been
Probably, I don't know.
Pokemon Sun and Moon. I was feeling pretty giddy, nostalgia-wise about, just because of all the new stuff they put in, but also just how much they improved on it all the way through.
And those are the games that you hold close and dear to you,
Oh,
and you never want to stop playing them. You don't never want to let them go, and you're loyal to that game
15, I was pretty also Final Fantasy.
Probably Mass Effect
15,
3 for me, I would
Yeah.
say.
Master Chief Collection. Just going through all the games again, kind of thing. I know it's not a new game, but it was the same, like,
I would
fucking love this.
say in terms of reinventing and I don't know, just developing all these years, I would say it's a better game than Ocarina of Time.
I guess you will still have hours to play, you know, and you might have a more final decision.
Exactly.
I guess, depending on how your experience ends or what you feel going through everything.
It's been phenomenal so
yeah.
far.
Cool.
Well, do you have any quick last points before I ask you the last question?
Buy it.
Buy it.
Don't think about it. Buy it.
Easy enough.
Do it. Shia LaBeouf.
So then my last question is, what are you going to rate it initially? I will say that you might be able to change your review when you have a final review, whatever that may be, but
I can't find a flaw with it. I give it a 10. Like,
Gives it a 10. I know you said it, but it's
Ocarina of Time,
understandable.
I gave a 10. Like, it's a 10 game. It's a masterpiece. It's brilliant. Like, the people at Nintendo know what the fuck they're doing. They know their audience. It's just brilliant. It's a great game.
That's.
you've heard it here.
I mean, it's, you're pretty much the resident Zelda player, like, of the whole group here. So I guess.
I wish I was. I'd be right there with you if I could get the Switch right now.
Oh, once you get one, play it, man.
Oh, I'm going to.
It's a exhilarating
And
cathartic
there's
experience.
going to be DLC coming out for it too, isn't
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
DLC
That's
packs
actually-
coming
yeah.
out. One in August, the end of August, and another one at the end of the year.
That's the first Zelda game to actually have DLC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're offering everything from like challenge modes, and then the one later on this year is going to feature new stories as well.
Nice.
So,
All right, so that's our podcast. We're kind of shaking up the kind of format a little bit. We'll have more steady kind of
I guess
continuing podcasts.
The gameplay trailer for Middle Earth Shadow of War came out today, but if anybody cares,
I do.
I mean, yeah, we'll all watch that and talk about that next week. Then,
yeah,
for
we can
sure.
talk about that next week. We're at
Yeah.
time. So
All right, guys, that's it.
that's it.
Thanks for listening.
All right.
Mass Effect podcast next week.
Woo!
Shit, yeah, that's right.
Bye.